Hello and welcome to a look at Crime Wave for the Amiga, a game that was originally made for the PC and converted to the Amiga, released by US Gold. As you can probably gather from the introduction, the game features digitized photos or animation sequences, and the plot is that the president's daughter has been kidnapped and flown away in a helicopter. First time I saw it, it looked like a fish. Maybe it's just me. A set of digitized photos, animation sequences, whatever. You'll find some of them are in black, most of them are in black and white actually, and some of them are in color. Whereas on the PC version, all of them were in color. But I suppose they had to make some sacrifices in order to squeeze it onto two floppy disks for the Amiga, and why not destroy the more impressive part of the game, the story and digitized photos, whatever. Of course, our hero, the super crime fighter Lucas McCabe, looking like that, by the way. Yeah, raincoat and sunglasses. You know he's a tough guy. He wants to go and rescue the president's daughter. And of course, being a super crime fighter, he has access to things which are usually inaccessible, like the police crime database, which he will promptly access in order to get some information. And as we can see, high tech. It is a game from 1990. So, of course, the first one he looks up is the victim of the crime. And I'm surprised by the fact that the police database would have such a picture of her. And secondly, I'm convinced it is a tactical ploy to get young men's hormones going, hoping that they will see more than they see here. And spoiler, you don't. Also, accessing information of one of the bad guys you get to go after, actually, the first one, and you can tell he's a hardened criminal because he smokes. Yeah, automatic hardened criminal. Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. And finally, of course, we have to access data about the boss himself, the Kingpin. And they say his description is unknown, so why the heck is the silhouette of him so incredibly accurate? Yeah, you gotta wonder. But of course, we are not here to look at digitized photos and camp stories. We are here to look at a game. It starts off decently with our game options menu, which is surprisingly well thought out. You have the option to disable sound effects, change the video mode, change the number of drives, change the game type, long or fast, play level, easy, medium or hard, or skip start. If you don't skip start, it from you boot the game until you start playing takes about 7 minutes, so I can highly recommend skipping the start. So, by the way, it's short game, not fast game, whatever, doesn't matter. Time to get into the gameplay itself. I covered the arcade conversion of the game Narc relatively recently on the Commodore 64 and Amiga. And if Specifically on the Amiga version, the controls had been slightly better and the docks had been removed or reduced. I would have liked that game a lot more than I did. This game is definitely inspired quite heavily by Narc. Features more or less the same gameplay, except for the fact that the controls are worse and the graphics are, but ugly. The sound design is incredibly annoying, and the sound effects themselves, I quite like some of them, but I don't necessarily like listening to them every half second. Because you can only move in 4 directions, and of course, because you can move up and down, you have to use archaic, almost Street Fighter-esque moves in order to jump and in order to crouch. And you can imagine not crouching is not ideal when you have as many bad guys as you have firing their pencils at you. The Amiga version of Narc runs relatively smoothly, despite basically doing the same as this game, but this game, for some bizarre reason, specifically when you blow something up, just tanks to an absolute crawl. I'm not going to say it's the case, but the way it performs, it feels like it's actually emulating the PC version on the fly while you're playing the game. It's not good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't sound well. Sound is okay, but there's too much of it, to be honest. And of course, the gameplay, because of the constant slowdowns, because of the constant delays, is basically non-existent. Camp Story, which gets old after a while because it's been delayed in order to milk it for as much as it can be milked for. Unplayable gameplay, yeah. This version is not particularly good, but what do you expect from US Gold? On that note, thanks for watching, take care, and see you next time. Bye bye for now.